We're alive, everyone. Welcome. Let's begin. When last we left, our investigators, they had gathered within the Urgent City, center of the continent of Cadlia. Here, they had joined the police force, one willingly, several others without better choice. In doing so, they had begun a simple investigation into a seemingly random set of murders in the Middle District. Their investigation led them to a place called Carnival Row, where silks, tailoring supplies are sold. Cloaks were of your interest, red cloaks, supposedly belonging to cultists. You tracked the buyer to the market loop, and then followed an imp, a devil summoned from beyond the veil, to the cultists' hideout within the Commons District. After a precise infiltration, your group chased the cultists, with the aid of the police force, into the sewers beneath the Common District, where we go now to the great and brave hero fighting at the front of the police force lines. Lars, please roll initiative as you are ambushed by a giant spider.
Excellent. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Lucy and Gail, you may roll as well, and we can sort of skim your turns depending on how active you care to be.
Okay.
Lars, you act first as this spider screeches towards you, emerging from its webs. What are you going to do?
They say that you only live once, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give a nice I guess stab with my javelin, because I do have my my sword or my shield up right now, and confined spaces are not the best for the lumbering giant.
Okay, yeah, that is indeed not the best. I'm gonna do it like this. And, alright. Do you have anything else on your turn at level 2?
No.
Okay, fantastic. Then...
That's it, I'm out of spells and lay on hands, so, we're doing A-okay, ladies and gentlemen.
The screech of the spider can be heard from within the cave where the devil cultists are hiding away. And as such occurs, you hear them saying, "What? Are we pursued? What occurs? What should we do? Why is this imp still with us? Did we not send you away to do chaos?" The imp goes,
At this, Lucy will speak up and say, "Oh, this one was actually helping me with something before we were before we needed to relocate."
Roll a deception
I figured.
check. 14, good enough. Say,
Okay.
"Oh, all right, sounds good. What are we going to do? Should we flee? Is there a better place to move to? What do you all think? What do you think?" And let me confirm the name here. "What do you think, Aldous?" And one of them turns to you, John.
Oh no! Oh wait, no. I think John doesn't look like Aldous anymore.
Oh, you're Aldous. Okay, so then then he'll say, "What do you think, Harlan?" Turning to you, John.
Harlan.
Yeah.
I am Harlan. Damn it.
Harlan looks confused.
No, wait. I guess Harlan would just say, are any of our other hideouts prepared?
No, they're not. Right now, it's just this one. We'd be out on the run. While the cultists attempt to decide their course, as they do not seem to be doing so immediately, the spider is going to attempt to bite Lars. With an 18 to hit, Lars needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, no, I'm unconscious no matter what. So
All right,
I should have dodged.
You are unconscious, paralyzed but stable. This is gonna bring us.
I'm paralyzed for the next hour after regaining consciousness.
This is going to go well, we said. Alright. That means the commissioner and the officers are up. He's gonna say, "Fire on at the spider!" The officers are going to pull out their small crystalline devices. Now, with Lars unconscious at this point, the best that he is able to perceive is nothing. So our only perspective is from you guys down in the sewer. So I'm going to actually take the rest of these folks off of the map. But you do hear the spider continue to scurry away. And the sound now seems to be mostly with you all in the cultist cave.
Okay. And we hear the sounds of combat.
Yes, you definitely heard the sounds of Lars' encounter with the spider. You also heard sounds which are reminiscent clearly to that of Virgin Police weapons. Energy blasts being fired.
Okay. So do we think we know what the Verdant police are fighting? Like, do we hear like spider sounds?
Yeah.
Or
yes. So
okay.
one of the cultists will kind of look around and say, I don't feel safe here. I feel like we should move, but I don't know. What do you think? Now I'm asking Aldous.
Yeah. Well, we know that they're here. We know that they're fighting. What if we took them by surprise? There can't be that many of them. Why would there be? So what if while they're distracted, we sneak up behind them and get the jump on them?
Make a persuasion check. And I've marked your token, Victor, with the purple sigil for your class border, and the red symbol, usually, which is bloodied, for you, John, for your class border.
Did not roll 10. Well.
John, can you throw anything in to assist in this persuasion check? Maybe give him advantage?
What do you mean give an advantage?
If you can add to Lucy's argument for a surprise attack in a significant way.
Oh, so just like add to the... Yeah. That sounds like a really good idea. We don't know where to go. They just followed us in. There's not that many of them, I'm quite sure. And we're good. If there are not that many, then we should be able to figure out where to go afterwards. It should at least buy us time. Can I roll a persuasion?
Yes, please.
Please be good.
There we go.
There it is.
All right. Sounds like a plan. You two lead the way.
Damn it. Okay. Well. Why does it say I'm at 3? I'm definitely at 5. I mean, I know it's only 2 points, but it's still 2 points.
Oh, I got the health bars wrong. Okay.
I'm at 3, so.
Yep.
That's, I don't know.
All right. How are you? So what is your plan in general? you know where you last saw the Bone Devil. You know that the fighting came from the north direction. What are your thoughts on how to put these cultists in a trap?
So, my thoughts are that we do get to the verdant police, and I just want to see my spell slots real quick. I have one spell slot left. So
Don't worry, the surprise attack will work perfectly, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So the idea is that we keep up the act to get behind the verdant police, but just before we actually spring the trap, I want to essentially notify the police before the surprise.
Okay, so just ruin the surprise. I got you.
Exactly, ruin the surprise, and like sow chaos within the ranks, because we currently have 2 people who are actually not cultists that look like cultists, an imp that follows my orders, and I think the 2 of us have certain skills that would increase the disorganization within the cultist ranks so that the verdant police can do a better job at defending themselves and taking the cultists down.
Fantastic. In that case, we are going to shift perspective. Lars, you awaken, coming to consciousness, with a bottle in your mouth. No longer unconscious and no longer poisoned. As you can see, the tailor who had aided you in finding your lead is crouched over you with a bottle in her hand in your mouth. It says, "There, feeling better?"
Oh, well, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. So, that was quite the fight down there, you know.
The commissioner, Lionel, will say, "You're looking pretty bad." And the
Oh no, don't worry. I'm just fine. You can just put me right back in, coach. You know. Oh.
the tarot reader here is going to look up and call out and say, Does anyone have healing abilities? This man needs help."
Yes, please.
Now the question is, do we have a guest this week that has any kind of healing abilities?
Oh no.
I have a tiny bit of healing abilities.
And is that enough of a hook for your character to want to get involved in whatever's going down here?
Yeah, I'll what's the meat vendor's name that I'm currently talking to?
Do I have a named meat vendor? Let me confirm that.
I think you do.
I think I do. Yes, I do. Botham the hack.
Botham. And she'll say, "Botham, I'll be right back, but you are going to give me a better deal when I get back here."
Oh, but I'm already giving you a good deal.
And she just kind of gives Botham a little bit of a scowl, like, "Oh, please, how many times have we had this conversation?" But Goldie will walk over and kind of edge her way into this crowd, and without saying anything, kind of be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
This woman will turn towards you and say, "Oh, hello, my dear. This is the tailor. You probably are familiar with her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to have any of that, just say, oh, healing dust?"
And she'll throw the tarot reader a wink and say, "All right, let me see." And she'll come over and just say, "And this is Lars I'm healing," or
That's right.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No one
She'll
else
just kinda,
got
like-
put through the meat grinder.
Yeah. She'll just like kneel down and like lay a hand on your shoulder and just be like, "Hey there, brother. Like, what seems to be the problem?" And I'll cast a little healing word here.
Oh. Pretty good here. Oh, I got I was just in a few fights down in the sewers with some unsavory characters, and despite my large size, sometimes even the good fight can get the better of me.
Well, yeah, that's what you get for being in the sewers. So I don't know if you're new around here, but I'd suggest not being in there much longer.
Oh, well, we were on a very important mission, so we'll probably be back down there sometime soon. But we'll do our best to stay safe.
Speaking of said mission, you look like an accomplished sort, and I seem to have misplaced my fourth investigator. Have any of you seen Sister Flitter Glitter? The Lion Man says.
Misplaced a whole person.
I was afraid of that. And I guess that's what I get for putting a fairy on the team. I guess all that they said about fairy dust really was true.
Oh yeah, I never believed that she couldn't fly. She was just lying through her teeth the whole time. The heretics, you gotta watch out for them.
Jesus.
Well, a skilled medic would certainly be a fine addition. Frankly, I think that this man and his two compatriots need another person to kind of bounce off of. Four's a good number. I like the number 4. So could I offer you services? Fine pay for said service. Upon completion of an almost complete investigation. Temporary membership on the city investigators team. This lion scowls at you, but his eyes are bright and happy.
Like Goldie looks behind her, like she just assumes he is talking to someone else. And gets up off her knees and brushes her knees up. She goes like, "Wait. No, you have me mistaken. I'm not a medic. I have things to take care of. I'm certainly not a medic."
The tailor, she's gonna put her hand on your shoulder and say, "Cop jobs pay well. You might want to take this one."
What are we talking for money?
It would be standard investigation pay, and seeing as you're in the fortunate circumstance of the last said recipient of that pay having abdicated once the case was almost closed, that would be, for a case completed, 50 gold pieces.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I could do that.
Fantastic. I hoped you would. Well then, Lars, you are at this time of these two the most veteran city investigator, so I would ask what your thoughts are now that you are up and running again, healthy and full of vigor. How shall we approach these cultists for a second time? We've destroyed the spider. It sits dead at the base of the sewer entrance. We can head back in at any time.
How long was I out?
Oh,
Just out of curiosity.
Not longer than 10 minutes.
Okay, and where and those did you see any cultists in ahead of us, or did you just turn right back around and carry me out?
We did, and we took the second exit that we passed by on our way.
So I think that we should with post haste get right back down there and see if we can still find their tail before they get going.
Alrighty, then let's move. Come. And he'll make his way to the head of the group and begin descending back into the sewer. Now, this is going to be a conversion of paths, so there's a very real question. When you sneaky flanking cultists arrive at this destination, where ahead of you is the corpse of a giant spider right next to a sewer exit. How are you going to lead these cultists which you've infiltrated?
Okay. So from here, I think Lucy. Yeah, Lucy would turn around and look at the rest of the cultists and say, well, the spider seems to have already been killed, but they must have, considering how we haven't met them yet, they must be quite injured and trying to get back to regroup. So if we hurry, we might be able to finish them off.
Do you think they went up? One of them will ask.
If they're trying to heal themselves quickly, quite possibly.
That leads to Carnival Row. Be a risk to appear there.
Well, maybe. What if we laid an ambush for them?
Yes, we could do that. The spider's corpse is a perfect distraction.
Maybe. Because you're gonna. What's up?
What if we just convince them to take their cloaks off in front of us and then just all leave peacefully and then just block their faces and then just give descriptions
And get them one by one. That's a thought. You need to bring it up though.
Be like, well, we're gonna go outside, so we should probably take our red cloaks off. That is very weird, obvious.
What
so
are we
everyone
going
take
to
them
do?
off and then just leave.
Are we going to try and leave the sewers through this way? Or are we going to set an ambush here and hope that the police return so we can kill them?
Sort of a Luke Skywalker ambush.
Right.
Hiding the spider.
Right. I think that as long as we all stay together, we have a better chance at surviving this encounter. If we try to leave now, we're only going to be on the run, and it'll be that much harder for us to regroup. I think the time to make a stand is right now, so we have a better chance at establishing a future base. So let's set up an ambush, and let's set up an ambush down here and wait for them. I have a strong feeling they're going to be coming back down.
All right, let's do it, one of them will say. They've already been persuaded to follow your designs. How would you like to set this ambush up? Or set this ambush up to fail, perhaps?
Right. So I want to set it up in a way where I want them to be as far, I want them to be spread out way too far.
Okay.
So
maybe... And where do you guys want to be? Do you want to be close to the door or far from the door?
Is the door right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the door, and
that ladder leads up to a trapdoor which can be descended from, and you can hear the sounds of bustling on the top side of.
Okay. I'm gonna have the imp follow me, and I forgot to mention this to you, but my character can see very far in the darkness. So I'm thinking this is a hallway. We came from the left, right?
Correct.
Which means that because we didn't see them before, the police probably came from the right.
Sure.
So I'm. So let's see. Where's an intersection?
Intersections
Right
are
here.
far from here because that's going to be just a sewage pipe.
Perfect. I'm gonna split the. I want to split the cultists in half
Okay.
and have them both at the at either intersection, right?
Okay.
And essentially hiding. And I would tell them that. So here's the plan. It's like, okay, here's the plan. Half of us is going to go in the intersection on the left, and the other half is going in the intersection on the right. I was recently blessed with the ability to make myself hidden to those who pursue us. And so when I give the signal, you rush them and surround them on all sides.
They'll acquiesce to that, and they've split up into 2 groups of 4. Where do you want to be?
Cool.
You guys.
So I'm essentially, so then I am going to be right here, out of their vision, and
Perfect.
I'm gonna turn back to my normal self.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn back to my normal self so that when the police do come, they see I'm not a cultist.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna tell them the situation. I'm like, hey guys, half of them are that way, half of them are that way. They're waiting for you.
We got a
Do your
plan.
thing.
John, where do you want to be?
And also, this is my imp. Don't hurt him.
My imp. I could just hang out with him. Yeah, with her, with them. Or like, yeah.
Alrighty.
Cute.
So the first coming down the ladder is Clump, Clump, Clump. The great and tall Commissioner Lionel, who gives a Well, hello there. Have you completed your infiltration of the cultists?
Well, the cultists are currently waiting to ambush you. Right now, half of them are in the intersection where you came from, and the other half are in the intersection where you're going. So, they're waiting for me to give a signal that I'm obviously not going to give, for them to attack from both sides. So you can go ahead and choose which group you want to counter ambush first.
We'll take them both at the same time so neither of them can escape. Everyone, get down here.
Okay.
Alrighty. And I'm going to pull down the force and you guys.
We could definitely use some healing, though.
Yeah, we're actually kind of hurt. Your police. I'm pretty sure some of the police that had attacked us are probably still here, and so Lucy would just like give certain like glares at those specific ones. It's just like
the commissioner will say, "Worry not, for we have recruited a new city investigator, and she is a healer."
Oh, goody. And Lucy would look amongst, looking for this new person.
Another poor
Well, he's
person
like,
roped into this just because they're useful.
Right.
Yeah. So Goldie definitely gives this lion like a side eye. Like she's just like, what? Like, what is this? Like, if I wasn't getting offered money right now, like, what am I doing here? And then she's gonna like fake it till she makes it, and she's like, all right, so who needs healing?
Oh, that'll be the two of us, love. And like kind of motion to Gale and myself.
She goes, all right, well, keep at it, I guess. And she'll cast 2 more healing words here.
And you can use some kind of faux powder or cream to be applied to make it seem like you are doing some kind of plant-based healing rather than magic.
She probably grabs like her her little thing of like eyeshadow or something and just like rubs it like on their temples and is like
Lucy
like a little bit of blush.
Yeah, Lucy's gonna 100% look at you as you do this with that eye of just like, you're not actually doing this, are you?
Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, your cheeks are your face is looking rosier than ever.
Alrighty. So those healing, is that one for each of the 3?
Yeah. So the 5 can go to Gale, and the 7 will go to Lucy.
Okay.
As I'm still learning names.
Okay, fantastic. The commissioner is going to lead a group to the left.
I also have no more spell slots, so.
Fully used. Well, hopefully they bring a lot of cops.
We'll see.
The cops are moving off in separate directions. Where are you all going to go? Left or right?
I'm going with the commissioner.
Okay. They're moving off.
I mean, I assume we should all just like stick together, right? Because if half of them go, then that's whatever.
You guys can do as you see fit.
I'd rather survive, personally.
Yeah, same.
All right.
So, do we remember how many cultists there were?
8 total. 4 and 4.
4 and 4, and how many police?
6 going right. 4 commissioner and Lars going left.
Okay. I'll go ahead and go over here to the right.
Ballsy. I'm going the other way. I want to stay alive, so I'm following the commissioner.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Impy. I'm calling him Impy.
All right. Do you call him Impy?
Not quite. Actually, no. I will kind of look at him and ask him, like, so out of curiosity, what should I call you?
I'm Nobbit.
Nobbits. Oh, okay, Nobbits.
You call someone like with imp inside of it. Imperial. Imp. I was going to say another way.
Like, okay, Nobbits. Follow me. Let's cause some chaos over here.
Your group's now dividing, coming upon the cultists, which Gale and Lucy can mark for you. You'll be able to spring a surprise upon them without it being realized, which means back into initiative, everybody.
Woo!
Allow me to reset this 1 moment. You're going to have to re-roll. Go now. Sorry.
Does Nobbit share my initiative?
I can just do it again.
No, I'll put you in.
That's cool. I can be low initiative.
No, it would actually work out. Okay, we're good. Alrighty. What was the question?
Will Nobbit share my initiative?
Yes, he'll go right after you.
Okay. I should probably bring up imp stats, huh?
He is in your journal under...
Oh, he is. Perfect.
He's under enemies as imp. We'll reset that later on, presuming he sticks around with you. Alright, cultist time. Cultists are in on 8. Which means... Lucy, you are the first to act as your group of BCPD comes upon the cultists, rushing forward and saying, "Surrender!"
Yeah, so at the sound of that, Lucy will actually look at the biggest looking one, like the most dangerous looking one. And
Be this guy, probably tallest. He's in the water.
yeah. And look him in the eyes and say, "Oh no, you really should surrender," as Lucy casts command.
He says, "What? No, we shouldn't. Ambush them."
Well, he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you did. Oh Jesus! All right. Well,
So that's a fail.
yeah, that's a fail. And then Lucy will look up at Nabe and is like, "Well, go ahead, have fun."
Okay. And he'll swarm forward towards the guy and give him a good old stingaroo. You can go ahead and roll that if you wouldn't mind. And then we are over to the other group. That means Goldie Flocks, you are up now. What are you going to do in this situation?
So she has picked up enough of. She's heard a lot of talk about cultists and ambushes, and she sees some guys all in these robes, and so she's gonna read the room and just kind of duck behind Lars here a little bit and pull out her hand crossbow and give a shot at this first guy up on the banister here.
Perfect. See it? That's a hit. Takes 5 points. Gives a as he's hit with a bolt in the stomach. He's bloodied. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, Lars, what's your dex?
-1, 8.
Okay. The cultists act now. They're gonna rush forward and attempt to attack this group. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, no! This guy is getting bloodied up, and the captain's gonna take another 5. But otherwise, that's all good. On the other side over here. Moves in, moves in, moves in. And it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 on here, that's no. 21 is gonna hit Nobbit for 3. Hey! You summoned me! And then this guy's gonna do 5 to the officer. Lars, you are up.
Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to throw a javelin, probably down at one of these guys, just because I can't reach them otherwise.
Okay. 8 will not do.
No, I strike the javelin in my back throw, and it like breaks the haft. And when I go to throw it, it's just all out of balance, and doesn't work.
Yep. As things unfortunately occasionally will do. Gale, you're up.
Question: can I try to intimidate as a bonus action?
Sure. How would you like to try and intimidate them?
Just kind of like be aggressive. Be like, "Wah!"
Okay, so behind the multiple police officers at the back of that group, there's a guy going, "Ugh!"
Or maybe just be like, I don't know. Sounds like you guys are outnumbered. There we go. Probably.
Okay. Sounds like you guys are outnumbered. Roll intimidation. You want to direct them to do anything through that? Or are you just trying to scare them?
I'm just trying to get them to like turn around and like be not, like in disadvantage.
Sure.
Bah.
All right. You're outnumbered, you shout. Some of them start to turn to run. Now what are you going to do?
Use my light crossbow and hit the one that's already bloodied.
Okay. It's kind of a... And that's exactly the amount of hit points he had remaining. He gives a... And dies. Okay.
Also, can I scream before it's the end of my turn? Be like, "Is magic okay? Not okay still."
Yes, you can. And the commissioner will say, "You have special service to do it, but in general, no, it's not okay."
Oh,
Your allies are up, and the commissioner's going right in with his claws. He's not playing games, nor that beam focus. He's doing claws attack on this guy and another claws attack. So this guy is very hurt, and this officer is going to beam. That's gonna be bloodied. And this guy is unconscious. Alrighty. They're gonna try and run on their turn. And over here, we've got... slap this in here. It's gonna be a 3, and that's gonna be a... There we go. 1, 2 in melee, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Lucy, you are up after this guy gets bludgeoned.
Mm-hmm.
This guy gets blasted. And this guy falls unconscious from getting blasted.
Yeah.
Alrighty, what you got? Anything?
At this cultist here, Lucy is just pretty much just staying behind the police, but is just yelling at the cultist, just like, "My God, you've been a cultist for how long, and you can't even take down a few measly policemen?" As they cast a vicious mockery.
Okay. Wisdom is no, and he
That'll be
kind of, his eyes go wide, and he goes, "I'm a failure at everything." And he watches he falls face first into the water, stunned by the psychic damage, and we'll say that he'll drown in the water, and that's how he dies, as that was enough to kill him with 4 psychic damage. Alrighty.
And then
Nobbit can give a sting.
Nobbit will go ahead and sting.
That's a miss.
That's a lot better. Really? A 10?
10 is a miss. These guys are too wiggly.
Nobbit.
Goldie, you're up.
All right. I think she'll probably just take another shot here at the cultist she hit the first time.
This guy's up. Let's get an attack roll.
That's right there.
There we go. Nope.
No, not gonna do it.
Well, this guy is going to go down in the water as he attempts to run away, as is this one. Going to attempt to run, intimidated by Gale. That one's running away. And then over here, this battle being lost as well. This guy's gonna try and run away. This other guy's gonna juke around and try and get a last stab in, hitting this officer. Lars, have you the throwing arm to nail this fleeing cultist?
I might just huff it and just like jump over these officers.
Wade through the filth?
Wade through the filth. and then go ahead and line up my shot and take it. Nope.
Lars and javelins seem to have a toxic relationship. Gale, you got anything?
Let's see. I'll be like, it's nice to be allowed to use spells again. Lars, Maybe spellcasting might be more your thing. I could teach you a thing or two if you want later on.
Oh, I can do that. I'm just all out of slots. Thanks, though.
Alrighty. That is a saving throw from the cultist. Wisdom. He'll save. Continuing to run away. And then, come the turn of the officers. They can get a concave on this guy, and... unconscious. And on the other side... that's gonna be much the same.
Oh.
Clonk. And clonk. With that, we are out of combat. As the enemies are all subdued. These officers will look around with kind of a puff and a sigh. Say, at least he's on our side this time. Your general direction, Lucy.
Lucy would just simply just.
On the other side here, coming together.
I'll go ahead and
go ahead.
I'll go ahead and grab this cultist that's right in front of me and haul him up on my shoulder.
Perfect. The commissioner, who grabs another unconscious cultist, will say, "Aha! A well-fought day! Congratulations, everyone! We have subdued our adversaries. Now, let's all to a restful remainder of our day. And let's get you all put up somewhere nice for the night. You'll be staying with us for some time, I imagine."
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
And with that, having apprehended those cultists which you did not destroy, you will return to the Middle District, where the station is located, along with tavern, inn and tavern, known as the Gentle Plenty, which you can see here to the right. That will be your next destination, after having dropped off your captives at the station, received pay, that's 50 gold to each of you, and
Wow.
And you will level up to 3.
Okay.
Nice.
As we are
50?
making this transition. 50 indeed. As we are making this transition, we are going to take a little break for the evening. Going to be a bit of an earlier one. And we will be back in 10 minutes. So we'll see you all shortly. And see you soon. And we're live, everyone. Let's continue. So, after making your way from this time of reward payment, you are going to be taken to the tavern, the inn, the Gentle Plenty, wherein you can get yourselves set up for your stay in Virgin City. And given the fact that one of you works there, this should be fun. The commissioner will lead you himself. Arriving here outside of a familiar structure to you, Goldie, Lionel will step straight up to the front door. Come on in, everyone.
I kind of almost picture it like where Goldie gets her payment and then like is like, all right, well, I guess I'm done here. Like, bye everyone. And she walks down the street and it's just the world's longest like, oh, goodbye, but we're all walking in the same direction. And then the closer we get here, it's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. They're not going here, are they? Like, and then it's just like, well, all right.
That's hilarious.
Lionel
Also, where's Nobbit?
I will say that as you departed the sewers, he made himself scarce.
Oh.
Lionel.
Oh, did he turn invisible?
Lionel will step up these stairs and wave his hand, saying, "Ah, Tarzan! It's good to see you!" And a dwarf will turn in the direction of the new arrival and say, "Well, hello there! Oh, come on in! Ah, wait. Hey, Goldie, are these friends of yours? Didn't know you were running with this sort now."
Not really. I'm already late for my shift. I gotta get to the, I gotta go get changed or something. Get this smell off me.
Go ahead, take your time. I'll cover until you get back. This is Tazan Deepmug, the owner of the Gentle Plenty. Commissioner will say, "Tazan, need to put these three up. I guess this lovely lady doesn't need to be covered. Though I would like to certainly invite her on another job. Mission. Yeah, mission is better. So, 3 rooms, paid for by the city police department, for these 3 fine folks." Just, "Oh, sure, I can get that right for you." And here we have it. Places 3 keys on the counter here, which the commissioner will pass to each of you. And these keys are numbered, but the rooms aren't specifically numbered, so I would offer you 3 the opportunity to, at your leisure, choose from one of the 8 rooms on the east side of this tavern to be your room for your stay in Virgin City. You can see this tavern is cozy, having multiple levels to it. You can see here the dining areas are somewhat risen. A stairway leads down into a kitchen on the northeast side. There's a warm fire on the north. Sorry, that's the northwest side. Northeast side here is the fire and a stage astute with musical instruments sits squarely at the center of this tavern to be seen well by all. Are there any things that any of you wish to do as you get comfortable in the Gentle Plenty?
I'm going to immediately go up to the bar and order myself a nice bottle of wine.
All right.
Preferably of a good vintage.
That's going to be 7 silvers if you want the best vintage.
Oh, yeah, we'll take it.
Let's get going then. Good business. And here you are. Fantastic. Did you know, I used to live in the...
Is our drink also on the police tab?
Lionel, who's just kind of sitting here sipping on what is a small saucer of milk, gives a call this one on the police tab. Yes. Congratulations and well done for today's work.
And just this one, or the rest of the ones for the night too?
Oh, I'm gonna have to ask you to pay for the rest of everything.
I'll
pay for one drink for each of them.
Okay, yeah, you just double checking, but the whole bottle, thank you.
Yeah. And the tavern keep here will say, I used to live in the Commons district. I built myself all the way up until I owned this fine establishment. No, I'm not the best brewer myself. That's why I've got some of the other folks like Goldie, who you've met already, over here to make sure you get the fancy mixes. But I do my best.
I'm just gonna get up and move towards trying to choose my room.
All right, why don't you guys go ahead and pick out rooms here. Interiors are identical, so it's going to be positional. It's your choice.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't want to tend to the hallway.
You have a back door over here.
So this one will be.
Oh, there you go. Hello. Good.
All right, this one will be Lars. Let me go ahead and mark that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait, what? Oh, they're outside?
Nope. No, these are.
Oh, you walked right past them.
Oh, I walked right past them. That was a good one. I feel like it's the safest option.
So Lars is going to be on the south side, on the end.
I think Lucy will also be on the north side on the end.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Layer.
Perfect.
Lars.
So only Lars will be bothered by the sounds.
And
Did Lars just run back to the bar?
Perfect.
I'm just sitting with some patrons. I just plopped myself down at a table. Just wanted to be a little social. I'm a social drinker. I don't drink alone.
These guys are, yeah, well, it's good work over here, hauling cargo. Yeah, you ever been in the transportation business in your past?
Oh, I know. I was on a shipping vessel at one point, and I transported myself and my father out to sea to fish, but we weren't really hauling cargo, just some fish back.
All right. Goldie, have you had? Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say Kyle's gotta do some chaos every now and then. So can I do a stealth check and see if I can scare Lars? Just kind of creep up behind him.
Yes. Yeah. Lars, what's your passive perception?
12.
Okay, you have the element of surprise. What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna get behind him and scream.
All right.
Yeah.
I look behind me and I see you and I nod.
Sad. Unfortunate. Boring. Those are the things that my character says out loud.
Perfect. Goldie, are you coming into work at this point?
Yeah, she kind of comes up and comes up the bar and is like, Muggsy, table 8 needs 4 more ales, please.
You got it. And that is Muggsy. I love that. And he's gonna make his way over and dispense those ales. You can hop over the bar and hang out there. As you do so, the commissioner will say, Goldie, that was your name, that's right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Goldie, how did you like working with the Virgin City Police Department?
The pay was good. Not really one for sewers and cultists, though. And she realizes, she doesn't know how secret this is, so she, whispers cultists, halfway through.
Ah, indeed. Well, when you're dealing with, as he says very boisterously, the ill folk like cultists, you need to simply be vigilant. Now, most jobs don't involve that kind of a conflict, but jobs may. So, I would like to make you an offer to retain you as a member of the city investigators, if things work out, or at least if they don't, until I can find another more permanent member of the group. At least, why don't you try another case with us? The next one that comes up?
Yeah, as long as I don't have to go soon. I mean, bar's pretty full right now.
Oh, no worries. It won't be immediately. We'll just send for you here, and you can come right over to the station, and we'll give you the briefing.
Yeah, I'll be here. Don't worry about that.
Ah, fantastic. So glad to hear it. Excellent. Well, in that case, I'm all wrapped up, and he slides his very small little ceramic cup forward and stands up. And says, aha! Leaves the tavern.
I'm gonna, or like Gael is gonna go up to Margie, was it? Yes. And be like, and the cultists aren't that bad. You get to have me because of them, so that's nice, right?
Yeah,
Blessings in disguise.
I guess that's nice. Can I grab you anything?
Yeah, I'll have a whiskey. On the rocks. Is that a thing?
Respectable.
Humans drink? Yes. Full sentence.
She grabs, she grabs a glass and she just pours a very stiff pour of whiskey and says, "We don't have any ice." And just pushes a very stiff glass of brown towards you.
Wonderful.
But she does throw you a little wink, like, don't worry about the tab yet.
Well, I mean, my first drink is covered, so that's good. Thank you.
As an individual finishes their meal and parts way with one of their friends, they'll make their way towards you, Lucy. You don't so much recognize this individual, but as he approaches, he just says quietly, Lucy, yeah, that's you.
At that point, Lucy's just like, yes. Have we met?
Worked a job with you months ago.
Oh.
And just been in contact with your folks lately. They said you was missing. And I've still...
Before we continue this, let's have a seat. Let's have a drink.
I'm on my way up. Here, I'll sit down with you for a second if you want.
Yes. Inconspicuous.
Good. Yeah. So I'm still in connection with your people, and I'm sure they'd be happy to know that you're okay, presuming you are okay.
Yes, I'm all... Lucy is kind of like trying to be nonchalant, give the air of like disinterest, while at the same time, like, essentially trying to put on an act because Lucy knows that Lars is really close by, and try to keep it hush.
All right. Roll a deception check. Let's just see how this goes.
Okay.
Roll deception and performance. We'll take the higher of the two.
Okay.
New thing I'm trying with advantage.
They're both really bad.
Yeah. So,
Haven't you been really bad at these rolls? Like, it's just always been like, I'm gonna do this. Stumble.
I'm not sure what comes over you, Lucy. Whether maybe you've gotten your ale already and are already a little on the tipsy side, or if you're just excited about the idea of contact with your criminal or the operation organization.
Maybe it's the excitement. Yeah.
But Lars, you overhear this whole conversation.
Noted.
And this individual will say, so You want me to send word to them? Let them know that this is a place they can find you?
Yes.
Oh.
That would be very nice to see old friends again.
Indeed, I'm sure they'll come around. I'm just mostly some of the muscle, moving things up and down, things up,
Yes,
things down.
as you do. I quite fondly remember you moving things around very well.
Oh well, I tell my friends I do it with style.
Oh, a lot of style. Yes.
Well, good to see you. You're what do I even call you? Title wise.
Yes. Lucy's fine for now.
All right. See you later, Lucy. Kind of gives a nod and then takes up a very inconspicuous walk. And when I say it like that, I mean not inconspicuous at all.
Yeah.
As
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
the attempted clandestine meeting was not clandestine.
No, this was so bad. And with that, Lucy is going to kind of going to sit there with their drink for a little while, contemplating things, and then is going to look over at this group up in the corner. These two, how attractive would you say both of them are?
Oh, this is gonna be crude. The dude is a 9, and the woman is a 6.
Oh, evens out to 7, 8. Lucy could work with that. And Lucy will start just kind of plop down between the two of them and just start like heavily flirting with both of them, mostly to the guy, but trying to get both involved. Yeah.
Give me 2 charisma rolls.
I want to go ahead and have some guidance on myself as I do that.
Okay.
Charisma. Do. 1.
Okay.
And did it do both?
It did
Yep.
both, and Lucy.
And I want to go ahead and roll the D4.
Go for it.
Boop. If I remember how to do this, here we go.
There we go.
Okay.
And put
Wow.
simply, Lucy has a good night.
Yes. With one or both, it matters.
It's gonna be a semi-willing both.
Okay. Cool.
Well, consenting, but kind of okay. All right.
Yeah. Cool. Lars probably does not have a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Across the hall, you hear noises, Lars.
Yes.
I sleep like a stone,
Okay. You say that. Oh.
Alrighty. So, now, time will pass as you have now completed your first case. As a simple recapitulation of that, let me talk it out like so. You located the sign of murder, site of murder, within the Middle District. Murder of, and by, it seems, cultist. You then tracked that cultist to supplier for their cloak. You tracked that purchaser to the market, found several devils, and then back you went again to find the cultists. Locating them, you destroyed them all. Case is closed so far as the cultists are dead or captured. As to any unaddressed clues from that case, that is something that you may follow up on in the future if it is of interest, but is not something that you immediately do within the, let's roughly say, week that transpires. Now, as this week has passed, or say 5 days, keep it a little bit more on the clunky side of time, it is on a morning, still at the Gentle Plenty, when the four of you, making your way for a breakfast at the bar, along with Goldie on a morning shift, witness the arrival of a VCPD officer. Rushing in the door, he calls out, says, "City investigators!" Rushing up towards you. "It's time for you to get on the case. We have another murder. Another double murder, it seems. Here's an address written out for you. You can go straight to the site. There you will meet with the chief inspector, Inspector Meadows, and he will guide you through the rest of the process. You're on the job. They will be addressed if you complete the case. And that's to all four of you."
Oh, well, that's good to know.
You're
At
expected to
least you
leave
get paid.
as soon as you can. He
Oh
looks
yeah,
to
I
have run
still
over
have. I still have some eggs. Just give me a second.
See the tavern owner, Tazan Deepmug, walking with a box in his arms, going, it's going to be such a wonderful day. I'll get some cleaning done finally. Hello, officer.
Muggsy, I need like 3 more bottles of plum juice like 15 minutes ago, and also I have to go. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. My stomach feels weird. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'll be back for the second half of my double, I promise.
You owe me one, okay? All right. And he dismayfully turns around and takes the box that he was carrying out the back door. So, once you have concluded your breakfast, are you going to head out to the address that you were given?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Sounds like a plan.
Case. Let's get this going. The address you are given will take you to the Noble District, to a manor, outside of which you see a number of officers. Arriving here, you see, besides the officers, a man with a large trench coat and a fanciful hat. You also see a man in metal plate armor with a great sword. He is looking towards the presently closed front doors of home. Actually, no. Let me clarify that. Doors would be open. Still, he stands outside, looking solemnly away from you. As you arrive, what are you going to do or say?
Lucy just immediately walks up as if they own the place. I'm just like, okay, make way. Investigators coming through. Where's the bodies?
This man will hold up a finger and say, investigators, you say you are. You're coming to report to me. For I am Jordan Meadows, Chief Inspector of the Virgin Police Department. Tell me, are you Lionel's new team?
Oh, we prefer to refer to ourselves as an elite squad, but yes.
Elite squad, yes. Well, unfortunately, I need to leave the investigatorial duties to you. Something about getting you all trained up to deal with harder cases. I'll be here for guidance when you need it. So, go on in and enjoy the show. Our prime witness, you can see there in the armor, has been quite stoic, but has given us his report, though you'll need to gather that for yourself, as it's your case. Yeah. As you will. Crosses his arms, looking a bit frustrated. Feeling of a man who knows just how to do his job and is being prevented from doing it.
I'm gonna walk up to the grizzled old veteran and say, "Oh well, so what happened here? Are you the head of the guard of this house then?"
Turns towards you. You can see scars in his face. One of his eyes looks a bit clouded. He says, "No, this is my house. And that's my wife dead on the floor inside."
Oh.
And
Who's the feller there?
That's my butler.
Oh, sure. It's always the butler. Isn't that what they say? I'm sorry for your loss.
Indeed. What's worse is my young daughter is missing. Presumably taken by the killer.
Oh, my goodness.
I trust that you are the city's best for resolving something like this. The former general of the Virgin Armed Forces should have no less.
Lucy in the background just like... just gives the big old... Oh, yeah.
Gael didn't like how that other guy talked to us, so I'm gonna do a stealth check, and I'm gonna try and tie his shoes together
Roll
without him noticing.
Sleight of hand for that, please.
Oh no, can it be stealth? Damn it!
Oh boy.
It's gonna be like. Ah!
So Gael kneels
Maybe I'll
down
just-
to the inspector and, taking a shoelace in either hand, ties them together, and then subtly looks up, and the man is looking down at you. Excuse me,
like,
investigator?
You catch more, was it? Flies with honey, and I'm just gonna walk away.
And Lucy and Goldie, you can perceive a look of absolute disgust on this man's face as he crouches down to untie his shoelaces.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to Lucy and be like, "Hey, what'd I miss?"
Oh, no, nothing. Just regaling the poor man, the victim's husband, on how we're the best investigators the city has to offer.
So here
True,
is,
very professional.
for clarity,
Mhm.
again, the testimony of Marcus Castgrove.
Okay. I find the murder by suicide. Okay.
Entering now, home proper. See several
Right
officers
track.
inside.
Immediately, I want to see what this is.
Ah, indeed. It is a note that is sat in a pool of blood on the floor. Go ahead and roll me investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if any of you care to, on testimonies, it's going to be insight rolls to check the validity of said testimony.
Who had guidance?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Please, I'm just gonna be casting guidance on everybody. Just touching everyone all the time, casting guidance.
Okay. Go ahead and apply that to. I'm not gonna put it on the 6, but apply it to the
No.
next roll that people make. 6 is pretty bad anyway.
Yeah.
So, is anyone else interested in rolling an investigation check on this bloodstained note to discern detail?
Investigation. I mean, I guess we should have realize that we should have invested into a character that had intelligence if we were the two investigators.
Indeed, and yet here we are.
Here we are.
We're at 9.
I'm like, charisma.
All right, Goldie, you want to try and bail us out here?
Please.
So before I go in, I do want to just kind of get a read on Marcus here as I walk past.
Roll an insight check.
And I think one of the things that Goldie is very good at is she's always listening, but it appears as though she is never paying attention. It's not great.
You don't disbelieve anything he said, and
Okay.
that's what I'll give you.
All right.
Fantastic. Now, as the rest seem to be kind of huddled around this blood-stained note.
Yeah, Lucy will scoot over to Goldie. So, Goldie, what's your take on this bloodstained letter? As like
No,
they,
it's a note. Yeah.
oh
a lot
my
of blood.
god!
It's messed up. I can't read any of it.
Even guidance wouldn't help. Jesus,
No.
we're all so bad at this.
Yeah.
The
6 is the
inspector
highest.
will
so-
make his way in, pushing you out of the way as you're
Oh.
all kind of carefully trying to gingerly pick at it. He says, "You seem to not know how to do this quite properly." As he pushes his glasses up against his face and pulls out a small kit that he opens up. A small set of tweezers, 2 sets in fact, as he takes the paper by 2 corners and removes it from the still wet blood, and then lays it upon a sheet, smooth material that he's also pulled from his trench coat. Lays and says, "Ah, indeed. So, now that I might correct this for you all. The note reads, the girl has been chosen. Noble rescuers may find her through the origins of this land's new worship. Orphan Maker." And his face goes a bit pale.
Or do you know who the Orphan Maker is then?
That criminal, well, you were assembled to be adept at handling magical crime, is that not correct?
Yep.
Sure.
This criminal is a
I
known
don't do magic. What magic?
this criminal is a known user of blood magic
Oh.
and has been wanted for several decades. He has a pattern of finding promising young children and slaying their parents, and kidnaps the child, and, well, sometimes they are found and saved.
But the Orphan Maker is never found.
That's the strangest part. Multiple times he has been cut down even, and yet he still returns. Though a body has never been logged, despite many reports of him being killed in battle. There's several decades of crime. Nonetheless, this scene is not yet fully investigated. Go on with your jobs.
I hate him. Passionately.
Okay, well, Lucy's gonna go ahead and gingerly step over the blood to not get their shoes wet, and investigate this room with Lars.
Go ahead and roll.
Lars, make sure you roll with guidance.
Perception. There we go. Can I check what's up on this table? Because that's where the person got dragged.
Certainly.
Nope.
Go ahead and roll. Investigation.
Investigation? It can't be perception. It has to be investigation.
There we go.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Lars with a 15. And
Yep.
Goldie, is there something you would like to investigate?
And then it's 1d4?
look at the
Yes.
bodies, I think.
Okay. So, here's what I'm going to give you all. For Lars and Lucy's attempts, you are going to uncover the detail on Eleanor Castgrove's body. Gail, that will be enough. No. That is just barely by one, not enough. DC is going to increase per case. And what I'm going to give you, Mark, is more of a deduction piece, I'll say. So this is the information that you are just pulling as a relevant piece of the puzzle. These clues will not always give you new information. For example, the witness testimony already sort of told you some of this stuff, but they're pieces that I'm listing as notable.
No,
Oh.
all right.
I want to check out this window.
Mm-hmm. So, we have the window, investigation check. And Lucy and Goldie, and Gail, do you have things you'd like to investigate?
Ooh, 20.
I think Gael's realizing that he's not really good at this, and he's like, fine, whatever. So he walks over to the investigator, and he's like, you are a fascinating person. Would you like to share your thoughts? I'm so interested. How much time have you spent on this? Like, it just, craft is just really lost these days.
Lucy
People that really
here.
know what to do things.
Lucy hears
I'm like-
all this bullshit and immediately rushes over to assist in this.
To go up.
Need to use my skills to get things done. So I saw a desk over there, which was really interesting. The blood starts from there.
Well, I will, for the moment, give you the charity of taking your compliments of interest in me with genuineness. I have been working on this job for 8 years. In these last 2, I've been the chief inspector. I have a track record of solved cases. No case that I address goes unsolved, as I am the best. So.
Oh my, you're so smart. Lucy will immediately start fawning over him.
And you can tell just
It
that
really is
instant
a
comment
shame.
gives a wow.
I'm like, good, keep going.
While this is occurring, Lars. Window. Broken from the inside.
Oh, yeah, I think this window is broken from the inside. This is probably where the killer left from. Unless it was the butler that broke it to let the killer in. That was probably it.
Any other investigations that any of you wish to attempt to make in this space?
Are these stairs to go up?
These stairs go up to a second floor, and these officers will inform you that the second floor as well as the back of the house have been cleared and nothing has been disturbed.
Okay.
Well, I think we have to have one more investigation check into this guy's body.
I do want to have the investigator check the desk and the bodies.
This table you were asking about, Gail? This table is a simple table, sat low next to a knocked over stool. On it is a chessboard, which seems to have a game that was partially played. Lars, that will be exactly enough to check the last body. And then I will give you this detail.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I will give you the clarity of saying you have now found all of the clues at this crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I will post them
Was
all.
someone clearly winning at chess?
No.
Might have been revenge.
I'm bringing these
Yeah.
all on screen.
Can you identify a winning position though? I would roll for that.
The amount of pieces taken
You
off the
mean just
board
like
is
as
equal.
a character?
Identifying a winning position when material is equal is even more difficult. It'll be a high DC.
All right, these should all be on this.
Yeah. There's really not a lot to go by here. And these are all the clues.
These are all the clues.
I think it's pretty odd that the bodies got dragged into here, though.
Yeah, why? Why would that be the case? Let's see.
It's not like they're writing in the blood or anything.
He's been chosen.
They find her through the origin of this land's new warship. Has there been a new cathedral built anytime soon? Anytime recently?
Roll a
in the
history
city?
check.
It's about the warship, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, natural 20.
Ooh.
No. In fact, the cathedral that is within the city has been standing since even before the founding of the Virgin Empire. With a critical, I will also give you the detail. I'm going to give you this peripherally and allow your character to be connecting the dots as the inspector is going on and on about his record. He will sort of return to speaking about Orphan Maker, the criminal who has written and signed this note. And he will mention, well, they say that Orphan Maker's motive is serving a dark, evil god from before the time of the Pantheon. We know not too much of this, but he tends to speak of it in reports, writings we have of his.
Take a look at these writings.
Well, I would have to requisition them. They're in the archives. This would take some time, you understand, and this is an immediate case. We'd probably be looking for a quicker solution.
Someone as effective and famous as you would probably get this done quite quickly.
All right, I'll take it on, but...
I love it. Gail and Lucy are essentially just going to get other people to do their job.
The detail I will add here, and I'll add this under... I'll add this under the murder note.
So I wonder if the cult that, or did the cultists that we had interviewed, were they? I wonder if they're connected to the Orphan Maker.
Maybe. Possibly. It seems like that's probably the only lead we really have.
We could go interrogate them.
I was just going to ask, has anyone talk to the cultist that?
It's been
That we
5
captured?
days.
Sure. For the sake of brevity, I'll say that they've been interrogated. The ones that have croaked have mostly just referenced a mistress, an individual that they have served, who mysteriously comes and goes from their gatherings, giving them direction. But they would also say that they have not operated in a deistic fashion at all. In fact, they have done so primarily for the seeking of power through tapping into fiendish connection.
Okay.
Where in the city might we go then to walking up to the investigator?
Yeah?
Where in the city might we go?
Well,
to learn more about some of these
since you
can't-
asked, I have a deduction for you. Need amateurs. This man refers to in his note that noble rescuers, presume that's us, may find her, the girl that's been chosen, presumably the kidnapped daughter of this nobleman, through the origins of this land's new worship. Now adding the detail that this man worships an ancient deity from before the Pantheon of Unity. The new religion, the new worship he is referring to, I presume to be the Pantheon of Unity, despite being historically established for the past 400 years at least. His ancient worship may be even older. What we are looking to is the origins of our very own worships. Of Lyra. Of Stamos. Of Aniva. Of all the gods. Tella and Gurith. Virtue, unity, empathy, order, and reason are virtues. Now, have ever any of you ever witnessed any of the Virgin Origins tales?
Actually, would Lucy know anything about this?
Roll history for
Yeah,
me.
what it?
It's not very
Like,
good.
what specifically is he asking?
If you have read one of the
Oh, read.
tales of the Virgin Origins,
Hmm.
any of you may roll
Nope.
history for knowledge on this.
Okay.
Goldie.
I was gonna say, I feel like Goldie be interested
You-
enough at times to just poke through a book.
You haven't read it because it's not a book to be read, as well as you understand, but more of a sight to be seen. The Virgin Origins are in, as you understand it, 4 or perhaps 5 chapters in different places within the Virgin Empire. The 2nd and the 4th chapters are here within Virgin City. Second may be of interest to you. It is kept at the Cathedral of Unity here within the city, and I think may have something to do with how the first Virgin Emperor came to this pantheon and as his worship.
Oh, so I wasn't far off asking about the cathedral. I thought I was looking for something new.
In that case, do you all have interest of traveling to the Cathedral of Unity? Perhaps
Might
investigate
as well.
this book? All right. You'll make your way across town then. Traveling from the high terraces of the Noble District towards the place of high worship. You are accompanied by... Let's see, who's coming with you? The inspector, of course, is coming. He won't have his job scooped up from under him. He'll bring one officer. And the nobleman whose wife was murdered and daughter was kidnapped will follow as well. They will wait outside of the cathedral for now, but they will be within arm's reach if you need their aid, or if they choose to intercede. Here you arrive then. You'll be approaching through these doors to a long hall with great stained glass windows, beautifully carved. One you can see sat at the center of the main dais depicts 5 deities flying, battling a great draconic figure painted with a green hue. Approach as you see fit. You see a number of priests archiving books here, as well as individuals simply praying in groups.
Well, I think I think we need to go right to the top. Right to the big guy. Anyone else have any other ideas?
Maybe we might be able to chat some information out of some people.
What would common folk know, though?
Well, not the common folk. I mean, from the people who reside here. Yeah, an expert, if you will.
Yeah, the guy in the white robe. He looks pretty expert to me. Or we can ask his dog. His dog will know, for sure.
As you approach, this man will step forward. He had been facing upwards, but heard the doors and saw your approach. He opens his arms and says, "Hello, my friends. I sense something familiar of you all. Have we met? I am Roten Joval, High Cleric of Aniva in Virgin City."
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Your characters
Big
have no
memory.
Yeah.
memory of this man.
Right. Ah.
But as you enter this space, a dog trots over towards you, kind of sniffing you all. "Oh, do any of you have any fruits on you? Bernie, my dog, has quite a taste for berries." No?
Do any of us have berries? I literally am
I don't-
checking.
I would doubt it.
Oh no, I
Think
just have some rations.
He gives a and then paces back around.
Oh, I do
Gives
have
him
some pocket bacon though. Here,
Huh?
I'll hold out a little piece of bacon. I have some pocket bacon.
He'll very sloppily kind of chomp it down. Seems satisfied enough and returns to resting at the foot of the stairs here. So, what brings you all then to this place? So, two of you, if you do not mind me saying, do not seem the sort to come here on a usual day.
Well, that is hurtful.
Elodie will say, "Indeed, Lars is a very nice gentleman."
I made no presumptions about your kindness.
Yeah.
You all seem like very nice people, and as a matter of fact, you've come in politely, quietly, and been peaceful.
Well, while we have come peacefully, we come because of some unpeace. Because of a murder and some kidnapping, and we're wondering what you might know about the the initial foundings of the gods before the pantheon of unity. We have some reason to suspect that this cathedral may be at the center of a kidnapping. Not anyone of the church necessarily, just to be clear, but someone in the there may be some
This is most
some
concerning.
involvement.
Well, we have a full library, as you can see, books from long ago, but I'm imagining you're looking for something quicker, in which case I may have a solution. I do not recognize any of you, well, do not recall meeting any of you before, at least. It is possible you have not yet visited the second tale from the Tales of the Emperor, the origins of Pantheon's rise, turn, worship in Cadlia.
I don't believe we have.
No.
Well, then in that case, it should only take you, say, hopefully not too long, as I sense you have hurriedness about you. When you're ready, step up, book, and place your hands upon its pages.
We'll go ahead and do so.
Gail's gonna be like, this doesn't feel right for my kind. I'm gonna wait. Right here. Just observe.
Lucy is also kind of like, just like, do I really want to do this right now? Never been much of a churchgoer.
As,
Somehow the divines usually are have it against us. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Lars, Goldie, are you going to, touch the book?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll touch it. Yeah.
As they do, there is a eminence of golden light around their fingertips, and Roten turns towards the two of you and says, "Fear not. Harm will not be done. What is to be imported to you is the memories of our founders. This is knowledge."
This is indoctrination, but it's okay.
At this, Lucy is just like, oh, okay, fine. But only because you look pretty.
Kyle's like brainwashing. I like how you think.
Fantastic.
I can admire good work.
In which case, your consciousnesses are all pulled to the pages of this book into the past. And I'm going to slowly here now add to your journals the characters which you will be playing for this section. We start with you, Mark. You will be portraying Callum Severup, a priest of one or several gods of the Pantheon, which I can list right here in our chat.
Oh, poor guy.
He had an unfortunate accident or encounter with several mages of the reigning regime, the Axaris regime, which injured his face. But he is nonetheless devoted to his study and duty of worship. The simple, meager church. And at this time, there is a knock on the front door. Will you go to answer it? Callum Severup.
I'm coming. He'll open the door.
Outside of the door is an entourage of individuals. First in line is Jastor Gulliver. He's a well-respected figure within the community of this town, Dalefen, but is nonetheless mostly a farmer. Beside him stands his uncle, Tardan Gulliver. Tardan is a leader of the local board of direction, though a vizier of the Exars regime has called most of the shots in the past here. Nor Gumpen, a dwarf, has worked in the mine of Dalefen and is the friend of Jastor. Behind them is Jillian Gulliver, the younger sister of Jastor, though I should note that in spite of her appearance, she does not yet have paled skin nor fanciful drab. In fact, most of these individuals, in spite of their perhaps future forms, wear far more humble attire of locals at this time. Also, in this time, the denizens of this town have southern accents. Thank you, David. So, do with that as you choose. Jastor, I will inform you of the recent events which bring you here. You are aware of Callum and his talents with holy magic, religious magic, good magic. You have, along with your friends, recently made your way into the mine and discovered the vizier of your town had uncovered urgent crystals, green crystalline objects beneath the ground. The miners who had discovered this had also discovered a monster, a dragon made of the same crystal. And upon this discovery, the vizier sought with his forces to have you all executed for the knowledge that you should not have possessed. He has since escaped through a teleportation spell to the castle where he and his remaining forces have reinforced on the borders of the town of Dalefen, and you are seeking, specifically, Jastor, the man who will become the first Virgin Emperor, to recruit Callum to aid you. Victor, you will be controlling Jastor. How would you like to ask for Callum's aid?
And what was their relationship? They know each other, or?
You know him in passing, in general. It's not a close relationship, but you respect Callum.
Okay. Southern accent.
Yeah.
Callum, good sir. Pleasant days to you. I and my compatriots here do humbly request that you accompany us for the greater good. If it, I don't know.
No, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's all you need. How, Callum, will you respond?
I suppose I could come. I don't know what use I would be, but we've not had very many visitors here of late, so
the younger sister will pipe in and
some
say,
aid.
"Oh, come on, Callum. You fixed up plenty of boo-boos and we've gotten hurt. You know, maybe exploring a little further than we should have. Well, come on. Come along."
I'm sure you have plenty of work, but if you may be so inclined, Caleb, to leave the sisters.
That caught you off guard, didn't it?
Yeah, 100%, yes.
Tavis, why don't you then, as the uncle, as Tardan Gulliver, provide some additional gravitas to this persuasion?
Oh, well, I think that we should just be really moving forward with this and supporting with everything that we have, and we'll provide all the assistance that we can possibly to the situation.
Indeed, for you are beginning the seeds of rebellion against a tyrannical rule. And is there
Well,
anything
of course,
to add to that?
just like every good secessionist,
that Nor Gumpin, the dwarven friend of Jastor, would add. John?
It's a mighty good cause, and it's important to be
Free.
determined in what we do with our lives. It's mighty hot out here, but I'm going to go inside and chat.
Our starch collars are already wilting. It's not even 10 a.m.
Oh,
Beautiful.
we are slowly but surely butchering this southern culture.
Beautiful. This is better than I could have hoped for. Nonetheless. Callum, are you convinced?
I would not like to see anyone in the area to harm, and I am here to serve all. So lead the way, and I shall care for what you need.
Fantastic. And now, with the aid of a cleric to mend injured wounds, you make your way out of your town of Dalefen. North towards the fort. Here, elude the Exaris. This man was the vizier of this town. He was the representative of the rightful ruling government here. And you all found out something that you shouldn't have. For the virgin crystals that he was mining, they have harmful potential to powerful magic users such as those that rule the Exaris regime. And so as he has returned to his fort here with the small amount of troops he has left, they prepare. Man rushes down from the walls. Says, "Sir, the message has been sent. With all best intent. Our higher-ups will be here shortly." Say, "Good. Then nothing will stop us. And then we will wash this town away. It and its interloping." Wait, what is that? And with a crash, the wall that had formerly barred entry to this place is blasted open with a burst of green energy. For a virgin crystal had been recovered by this group, and it has now been, as has been learned possible, detonated. You are all rushing in to destroy these tyrants. Roll yourselves initiative.
Here we go, y'all.
I don't see my token to highlight for initiative.
Thank you. I just dropped it in.
Thank you.
Your enemies will act first, moving forward to see what's gone the wrong. And as you all climb into this space, they are going to ready attacks to be fired at those who come close to them. Nor Gumpin, you are a rogue, and you are acting first of your allies. What are you going
Is
to
it
do?
rapier? It's not a distance thing, right?
It is not, no. I can add in for you, this character would have access to a light crossbow if you would like to use that instead.
Let's do a light crossbow for now. Just because I'm still figuring out how to play a rogue. I'm reading the parts.
Alrighty.
Gonna light crossbow it. Yes.
Perfect. Alrighty. So, poking his head up from the breach in this fort's wall, he fires a crossbow. Unfortunately, that is not going to be enough to hit this Axaris guard, and he gives a ah! As it breaks on his shield. Jaster, you're
Can
up.
I take cover on these like structures? These little
Sure.
things over here.
Tents, they appear to be.
Yeah.
Old,
Perfect.
unused. Go ahead and roll a
Or
stealth
inside
check.
of
As Jaster, you are up.
Okay. So Jaster is gonna take his sword, his great sword, hold it in the air, just like, good citizens of Dalefen, to arms for the good of our people. Be not afraid, and take liberty into your hands as he charges in. Let's see, 20, 30. He's gonna go ahead and dash right in there on Big Baddie.
Perfect.
And he's going to bonus action use his channel divinity for...
As he approaches, the Vizier is going to launch a firebolt at him unsuccessfully.
Yes. So now that he's within 10 feet, he's going to use a vow of enmity on the Vizier. So for the next minute, I now have advantage on all attack rolls against him.
Alrighty.
And that'll be my action. I'm there. I'm in his face, ready to go.
Fantastic. Tardan, you are up. That is you, Tevis, and you're muted right now.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm a little slow, so I'm just going to follow my lead here, and I'm going to go ahead and action surge my way right up, and give her the old two-handed overhead swing.
Fantastic. 14 will hit this individual as he was unprepared and does not have his mage armor active. As you strike him, he gives a, "Ah! No! How could you have caught up with me?" Callum, you are up.
Great. I will.
Did not correct this. Go.
Move up here behind this tent. And I will. Guess I'll rain down some sacred flame on this main guy here.
Alrighty. Dexterity saving throw for the Vizier. He has a +2. He saves. See, steps away from that. Alrighty. That brings us to Jillian, the sister of Jastor, who's going to rush forward to here. And what have we got for her? We've got Scorching Ray. That's going to be targeted at the man himself, as plumes of fire erupt from her hands and slam into the Vizier. He gives a... As he takes... Ooh, that's going to be a lot of damage. He is bloodied. She's going to say, "Sorry, buddy. This is just recompense for what you did to us." The guards of Dalefen are going to move up alongside you to support. And your enemies are up once again. First and foremost, soldiers are going to rush up towards you. to attempt to strike. Scimitars, they're going to swing out. The first one at Jastor, 22 to hit for 5. 2 against Callum. That's going to be a 16 hit for 3. And then 1 against Nor Gumpen. That is a 15 to hit for 3. These two, the mages assisting, are going to fire off.
Stealth hidden myself. I don't know if that helps.
Thank you for the reminder. I did not check your roll. Stealth is 18, so he does not see you and goes for Jillian instead. She takes the 3. Okay. And so that's going to be the mages firing off firebolts. Those are both going to miss on the 2 we've got here in melee range. And then we've got the Vizier himself. What's he going to do? He's going to take a bit of a risk, and he's going to cast Fly on himself. As the air beneath him lifts up as he says, "No, you will not take me!" and flies out of the attack range of Jastor and Tardan, incurring attacks of opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And Tardan, you're going to get the swing in first. How would you like to finish him?
Oh. Literally did nothing on this guy.
As he, goes ahead and flies up, I'm just going to lift my sword, and as he's flying, he's just flying straight through my blade, and he's going to shear himself in two.
He falls apart to the blade of the uncle, and down he goes. That's the end of the enemy turn. Nor Gumpen, you're up. Let's finish these folks off.
Do we have to? Okay. I mean, I'd be like, guys, come on. But anyhow, I am going to do...
I'll say this. The
sneak
soldiers,
attack.
seeing the fall of their leader, say, "You'll all die for this!" Ah!
Got it. So I think I'm going to do sneak attack
Perfect.
plus my rapier.
Yep. So you
So
are
it's going to be rapier
moving into range.
and 1d6, right?
Yep. That should be on your character sheet as well. That'll do perfectly.
And then...
You stab this guy right through a chink in his armor, and he is down.
And as a surprise, as a cunning action extra roll thing that I have, bonus action, I'm going to hide again, because that is how rogues
Perfect.
work. So,
There you go. Roll your stealth for that. Jastor, you are up.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Jasper would just fight the guy closest to him.
Awesome. That's a 7.
That shouldn't have been advantage, but
Nonetheless, that will hit. Would you like to do anything on top of that?
Nope.
Okay.
Just gonna fight.
This man is
You know what?
blind.
You know what? Do you mind if I smite?
Go
Why
for
not?
it. You can call your smite
I'll
after you
smite.
hit.
Yeah. So another
Boom.
14.
As you strike, you feel light flow through your blade, Jastor. There is someone fighting with you that is not before. This perhaps feels like new intervention. Definition to the power that before was only worship. Tardan, you are up.
I'm going to go ahead and walk kind of slowly, dragging my longsword behind me as I walk up to this mage and say, "Are you next? Are you going to fly through my blade too?"
She says,
Say,
"I don't fly."
well, that wasn't quite the quippy retort I was looking for. But it'll do. Sorry. And
That's
after I cut off his head, I'll say, "Well, at least your head flies."
So this is hilarious considering the fact that Tardan Gulliver has been absolutely cleaning the house today. The last time these Virgin Origins characters were played, in the primary combat encounter, Tardan and Gulliver went unconscious in round 1.
Oh, Jesus.
Got something to prove this time.
Yeah.
Callum, you're up.
All right. I will kind of bow my head and say a prayer and conjure up a spiritual weapon.
Fantastic.
Right here next to me and attack the character diagonal, but I don't think a 9 is going to hit.
Not going to hit. Got a fancy new icon for that.
I don't think there's a way for me to get away, so I'll just stay here and hope for the best.
Alrighty. Jillian's up. She says, "Oh, why couldn't y'all just be standing a little close to one another? Oh well, guess I'll have to do the same thing again." And she's gonna cast Scorching Ray again. And that is going to, incinerate both of these two guys. Oops, Daisy. You as the bad guys, not me. Hope I'm doing David justice with this character. Alrighty. The last mage is up. She is going to... Gonna rush up towards Jastor, hold out her hands as fire erupts from them. I need a dex save from Jastor. She'll say, "Burn!"
Okay. That's 16.
Yep, that's a save. You're gonna take, I believe, only half of that. And... Norgumpin, you're up. Can you finish the encounter?
Can you run as a bonus action? Dash?
Yeah, you can dash as a bonus action.
Okay, so
It's fantastic.
Then I will dash. We'll dash as a bonus action, and still try to sneak attack.
You absolutely can give that
Well,
a try.
you're in. No one's engaged in melee.
If you'd like to throw a dagger, no, I don't think that'll change things. Yep, no, so you're just moving up and trying to rapier this lady if you are gonna do so.
Alright, we'll do that. And then rapier.
Nope.
Yeah.
Jastor, you're up.
Just drop it in front of her.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll...
Clumsy little dwarf. You can't even keep your hands on your own weapon.
Yeah, I'll bonus action Oath of Enmity again, so I could get advantage on this. And then I'll attack. If I could get there. Greatsword. And then I'll smite.
Alrighty, and that will be enough to fell your final foe. And as she falls, you are victorious.
As the final foe fell,
Yeah.
we feasted in victory.
Jastor, how will you cheer on this victory to the new followers of your led rebellion?
Good folk. This here's not just a victory for us, but it's a victory for all our kin. No more shall oppression reign. No more shall we adhere to the vileness of those who would do sin against us. No. From this day on, we shall great fight. We
Your
shall
sister will say, prevail, maybe?
Yes, thank you. From this day forth, we shall not just prevail, but also live on in peace and harmony with those around us. And that's what he's got.
With that, you return to the center of your town. To the cheers, the adoring villagers of Dalefen. Hey, we did it! Are we free? Are we really free? They call out. And you all can approve their happiness. And yet, this happiness may be not to last, as from behind comes the arrival of new foes.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Marching into town, some riding even, on horseback, come a far greater number of Exaris troops. They are led by a man known only to legends, the head of the Council of Exaris. These characters, even in history, recognize the adornments of Tarum Jacksonaire. As he approaches you, he says, "What have we here? Is this an organization? A group willing for... perhaps it is rebellion? Are you unhappy with the great leadership, the great rule that the Exaris regime has provided you? I would be most disappointed to hear that someone had stood against us. My scouts report dead Exaris mages nearby here in the mines and at the fort. Do please tell me that this is not your doing." Jillian hustles you together into a huddle, says, "What are we gonna tell him?" What do you think you're going to tell him?
Well, they're the ones who threatened our lives. It was merely self-defense. We have stand your ground laws down here.
Jastor would just like, be that as it may, I don't think it's a good idea to get these innocent folk caught up in such bad business. Jastor would move up.
Hold on a second, brother. Before you speak, got another idea. What were you thinking before you say it?
Well, I was gonna lie and say no, we didn't do it.
Then go for it. See how well that works.
I mean, do you have a better idea?
Call mine a backup plan. You take the lead, big bro.
So Jastor will go ahead and confront this new person. And say, "Well, sir, I do not know what has happened to your forces in said fort, but I do know that these good people here are innocents. They would never, nor have they ever, lifted a hand against you or your forces."
Roll a deception check.
I mean, technically, it's true. They didn't do it. The citizens didn't do it. Let's see.
I see where you're coming at.
Yeah.
It's like a lie of omission.
Roll
Exactly.
a persuasion check and a deception check.
Okay.
And the higher one, yeah, we're gonna have the higher one be the one that you roll with. We're gonna do that. Ooh,
God, why is it still advantage?
no worries.
I thought I changed that. So I guess the 15. Oh.
This man will say, So it then seems. Then who, per se, do you think could have done this? Know you of any?
Well, I must say that we definitely we must live in trying times for these kind of things to occur. I did hear tell that there may have been some brigands or bandits about, potentially some dangerous creatures. I myself don't know, considering I haven't seen the scene myself, but
All right.
with some investigation.
I'm going to ask for John and Mark, you to try and assist in this deception. How would you like to do so?
Oh, my character has a little bit more deception. That's cool.
Callum's gonna kind of try and like distract this guy or get him to like move, like just move on and like deflect some of this attention and just kind of be like, "Sir, we are here to care for the local folks. We do not want to be a bother to you, but there is much work for us to get done to care for the hungry and the needy."
I do think I saw a group of people on horseback on the outskirts of town recently. I don't know if that might have anything to do with it. No southern accent whatsoever, but that's okay. Ooh, wow, down.
11 deception,
Cool.
and do you want to roll into that?
Wait.
Yeah, can I go persuasion is just kind of like
Yeah.
trying to get him to...
Can I persuade too?
No, you were certainly trying to deceive. All right.
Does my initial deception gets any say in this of like might be banded to brigands or?
It does get a say in it.
Okay.
As the further details given are going to be, I was adding these rolls into a pool with yours, so I gave him one insight roll. I'm going to give him another, and these rolls were to attempt to buffer for that.
Damn.
It's a 16 on the die. Let's say. Well then, your town has no Xaris control. I will step in for the time. You will aid me in searching for any bandits that may have caused such a ruckus. Then we will see how this proceeds.
Do I... Because I am just kind of learning about this character now, do you think, Jake Henry, that Jastor would tolerate this? Like, after having, like, been riled up enough to have revolted once, now that there is immediately another person essentially taking their place, would Jastor have allowed them to just kind of come in and take control, or would he kind of take this moment to assess how to fight back in this moment?
He would absolutely take time to assess how to fight back.
Okay. Then yeah.
Certainly. So how do you care to do so then?
I think Jastor would look at his little sister and just kind of like Plan B?
What's plan B? Mine?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. And she's gonna step forward, unstrapping a bow that she's had on her shoulder, twirling in her hand, and say, "Hey there, Mr. What was your name again, Mr. High and Mighty?" "You may call me Tarum." Says, "Well, my brother's being partially true, but he's kind of covering up a little bit. You see, I may have been playing some games orchestrating some bandits here, because, well, I thought that your leadership here was doing a pretty poor job, and I orchestrated the killing of your people. And that's because," and she flames fire into her hands, "I'm a sorcerer, just like you. And I wanted to get your attention, show you just how good I am." His eyes go wide for a moment. He says, "Oh then, I seem to have a new conclusion to take away from this situation. A girl is a shepherd, and the boy's her sheep. It was still negligence that allowed this to happen, and you all shall I say, clean up for the mess that you've caused in more ways than one." Oops, oh, what did I do?" And as he says these things, bolts of flame erupt from his fingertips and fly towards structures within the town center, bursting into balls of fire. And as those explosions fade, the roofs, the town buildings, are left in flames. A token to show how totally I can destroy you all if any sliver of what you've said has been deceitful. Come then, new apprentice. I have much to teach you. And he puts his hand over Jillian's shoulder and begins to guide her. And with one last look towards her brother and uncle, she gives a wink. And the Exaris will, for this time, depart from Dalefen. But much
I'm sure Jester's not happy with that.
I think none of you are happy with that.
Yeah.
But at this time, Callum, you feel wholly out of your depth. It would be a dangerous journey, but especially as this group convenes on the fact that they do not wish for this to sit lightly. Another Exaris ruler will come, and that people have suffered for long enough, had their resources siphoned, their lives made harder, so that these mages can fatten themselves. Callum, you seek to lead your compatriots here into the capital of the regime. A risky move, but to make introductions with High Cleric of the Pantheon, the religion worshipped quietly while the mages do their experiments. In a few words, how would you direct them on this journey?
I fear that us few may not be enough for the might of these sorcerers, and, well, there is a greater power if we could but ask it. It will take some doing, but I know of a place we can go, and perhaps with their help we can gain the eyes and the ears and the might of gods more powerful than us mere people.
And so they shall. They shall travel to the seat of the Exaris regime. The city that you all well know as Virgin City. entering within the district that would become the academic district. At a building near to the walls, you come through a hidden passageway Callum Sevrup is familiar with. Entering into a small home. There is a person within, and they look in your direction and say, "Oh, hello. It's been some time since anyone's come in this way. What brings you here?" Who will speak?
We are here for the people.
The people? Not many. I presume you speak of the people as a whole. There are not many that would speak with such language in this city. They would speak more to the interests of gaining favor with the rulers. Tell me, are any of you servants of the Pantheon? Worshippers?
I am.
Very well.
We
I am
come to you
as
to
well.
seek your help.
My help? I am but a humble servant, and all of the high clerics of the Pantheon have been executed. We could travel to the cathedral if you wish to petition the gods, but we'd best do it quietly.
Of course.
Come then, follow me. Leading you through the streets. You are led to the meager and in subtle disrepair Cathedral of Unity. Building that is mostly abandoned. But herein, you arrive. You, who will become founding members of the Virgin Empire. This woman introduces herself as you walk. She says, "I'm Layla Tumel. I'm but a junior who once learned at this place. But as I said, it is now quiet. We must be quick in our worship, so as not to be caught by those who would outlaw it entirely. Gods, worship to gods should be forbade. This is not right, when that horrible magic that they use does so much bad." Tell me, the gods of the Pantheon, are you familiar with them?
With some of
As
them.
I go through notes.
With Lyra, of course, at the head.
Nor maybe... No, that is not. You are...
No.
Nor is-
Aniva, Guruth, Lyra, Stamos, and Otella.
That's right. Tell me then, of them, whom do your virtues most align with? I would ask that Jastor choose Aniva, otherwise I would ask you all to choose for your characters. And this will set historical precedent for the directions within which these characters found their worship. So I'll start with you, Tavis.
I think I'm kind of a Stamos type of guy, personally.
All right. So kneeling before the altar to Stamos will be
That's why I said Stamos.
Todd Oliver. Mark, which altar do you believe that Callum will kneel before?
I am I am one that cares for every person, regardless of their rank and stature. Empathy is required of that. I hold most closest to Lyra.
Kneel at this altar. And, John, as the indomitable Norgumpen, which altar between Gurith, god of virtue, and Otella, goddess of reason, will you kneel? How would you define this character? His direction?
You're muted, John.
Yeah, I was muted. I was like, wait, I said virtue.
Fantastic.
Sorry. Yes.
So before the
Virtue.
altar of virtue. And here, Layla will kneel before the altar, the goddess of reason. As Jastor takes his knee, worship of Aniva, and beginning his path to lead this land to unity against the Exaris regime. And as that vow is made, and these founders become aligned in their purpose, your vision returns to the Cathedral of Unity and to the present, as you have now understood what has occurred. How will it aid you in your current investigation? Would you like me to put the clues out for you again? Simply reviewing them.
Let's
Yeah,
see. So the girl has been chosen.
So-
Noble rescuers may find her through the origins of this land's new warship.
So was she chosen to be a sorcerer? That might explain why this orphan maker keeps coming back if he has some magic something.
I like how the southern accent stayed.
Oh.
So much with this character, you're like, and now speak with a southern accent.
And it just goes back into the Wisconsin Midwest
Oh yeah,
accent.
wow. I really lost myself there. That was quite the story. But do you think that maybe she's been chosen as the wizard apprentice or sorcerer apprentice?
But for who? So if the orphan maker is trying to get apprentices, why kill the parent? You could simply just steal the child.
Well, it probably makes for a more committed apprentice if they know God. If they know that they if they know that they don't have a home to go back to. He's their only option.
How does it fit?
If I may, I don't think, if that investigator can't figure out the mind of this orphan maker, I don't think we will. But something that comes to mind is the note that was left, and it mentioning the origins of the land's worship. And I can't help but thinking of the last vision we saw before ending that story of those people worshiping at these altars that stand before us now. Might that have some connection to way to find this
Do you
girl.
think it's one of the
A riddle,
deities?
perhaps.
Wait a second. Are you trying to say that we should kneel? We should each kneel at an altar and pray?
Not pray per se, but
But you know, like speak in a certain manner too.
Okay. What about the fact that the little sister's name is the exact same name as the missing girl? Both of
really?
them is Gillian.
Interesting.
So, since little Miss Gillian has been kidnapped, and it in our little walk through history shows that Gillian was taken for apprenticeship. Maybe wherever the past Gillian was, our current Gillian is. Maybe. I don't know.
May I intercede? Says Father Roten, who has been standing right next to you this whole time.
Yeah.
Just might have made one or two of you jump.
Yeah, as we're all like just like in our heads thinking about all this.
Yeah, he says, "That seems a good lead, if any. You are looking for a location, is that correct?"
Yes. Do you happen to know where the Gillian at the time was sent to train?
I mean, that would have been within the spire, I presume. And you could petition for entry, though I'm not certain that would occur quickly. Another thought jumps to my mind. Your note, it references we'll find them through the origins. You've seen now the origins.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that simply retracing the steps of fictive tale or fictive? That's my wrong word. This is not a fictive tale. Simply retracing the steps of the tale that the heroes walked, that our founders walked, could lead you perhaps to a location?
So go to Dale Fen or the fort, maybe? If it still exists?
You muted
But-
Tempest. You get
No, but like we're already here, and we know that they came here and prayed. So like we can just do that now, and then from there, we'll go on and do the rest of it.
Lars, you just want to pray, don't you?
Maybe.
Well, go ahead, big boy. I won't ruin your fun, but you can go ahead and pray on your own. I'm good over here. The gods and I don't really see eye to eye.
Okay. That's your loss, heretic.
Leave. This would be your altar. Or Lyra.
Oh.
And kneeling and saying prayers. Feel free to roll a religion check, Tevis. The religion checks are always a possible out. Not this time, though.
Nope.
John, Mark, you've been quiet. Do you have any thoughts on where next you might go to attempt to solve this if praying at the altars is not a possible solution?
So, we could go to the fortress, or we could go to the town outskirts thing that we were at, right?
Good. We're presently at Virgin City. Dalefen was the place where origins of the Virgin Empire occurred.
Well, let's go there. No?
That journey would take probably a week or two.
Is there any? Can we say leader of this cathedral, or would I know? Would I know any? Growing up, in this city, would I know any stories about these founders of the Virgin Empire, where I might know what their next moves would have been in their rebellion?
Well,
that would help? Or is that...
It should be something we've already seen.
Correct.
Oh, do we know where in the city that trapdoor was that they came through?
You would by having witnessed the path which they walked.
Oh, could we go backwards from the cathedral to that?
Yeah.
That would likely be
that cottage.
Near the edge of the academic district, the oldest section, the more broken down section. If you wanted to make your way to that location.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense as a
See,
start.
I told you we should have started backwards, and you guys should have prayed, and then we would have walked backwards. I was on this thing the whole time.
Lars,
Just retrace the steps.
yeah, honey, just continue your praying.
All right.
Well, I'm done.
So we are going in that case to that old safe house. Space certainly seems to be in a decent amount of disrepair.
Are there any signs on the front of this house to indicate it's who currently occupies it?
No, and the wall sconce, which would have normally been hung to designate it as an entrance, perhaps lit, is fallen from the wall. This place seems, in certain senses, unattended.
Just go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and knock on the door.
Always worked out well for us. We can always send the investigator in first. He's kind of annoying.
You do have indeed with you one officer, the investigator, and the nobleman.
Why is the
Although the investigator is useful, so...
The nobleman is armored in plate armor and carries a great sword at his side, and you may presume is here to resolve this issue of his kidnapped daughter.
Oh, no.
He also mentioned that he was formerly the general of the Virgin Armed Forces.
Right. So he knows his way around the
But he's probably a little slow.
Whatever, I'll just go in.
As you knock on the door, Lars, you hear a "Hello? Help!" The voice of a young girl from inside.
Oh.
I'm going to immediately knock down the door and burst in.
See a storeroom, one which hundreds of years ago the founders of the Empire passed through. Another door closed on the south side of this room. He's in here with me! I'm stuck!
I'm gonna signal to our cop friends and stuff to get with us.
Right behind you runs in the veteran, while behind him is one of the officers, and you can see just outside of the front door the inspector who looks in.
And I guess I'm gonna try to open the store, and if it's locked, I'm gonna try to break it down.
Okay. It is not locked. You open the door, and within you can see a young girl. She's currently standing within a circle, several circles of blue hue dust that seems to crackle and sizzle like electricity from around her. And behind her, you see a man, an older man, eyes with piercing blue, staff with a blue crystal at its tip in his hand. He stares silently towards you as the girl looks uncertain and afraid. How are you all going to proceed?
Immediately, Lucy will step forward and kind of like try to draw the attention of the old man by stating, "Well, hello there. Usually old foxes are not my type, but I'll definitely make an exception for you. How are you doing?" As Lucy goes ahead and casts Enthrall.
Wow, wee. Enthrall.
So
Wisdom saving
Enthrall.
throw.
Yeah.
It's a 16 on the save.
Man, this is what sucks about being such low level. All these charisma based spells typically don't do well.
You're also hitting some hard targets here.
Yeah.
This man will speak now as you attempted to affect him and say, "This girl has been chosen. She has the potential to be one of the strong. You are all, in your own ways, strong. But you could be stronger."
Honey, don't I know it?
You can take the girl, and he waves his hand, and you watch as the electricity that flowed around these circles dissipates, fades. He says, "What is done is done. You may walk free, little one." The girl goes, "Huh?" Looking tentatively towards Lars and Lucy, the people that are within her visual range, for guidance, and seems a little bit afraid of a trap to step out of the circle.
Yeah, definitely 100%. Could I insight? Could we all insight?
Roll it if you would like, you may.
To see if we could get a sense of some alternative motives.
Alright. Characters perceive no dishonesty in the words of this old man. He says, "It is the will of the god whose name will be learned soon, that humanity come to its strongest."
Can I cast detect good and evil?
Sure. Go for it.
I wanna, and I'll just step into the room so I'm within 30 feet. I wanna see. I guess it's see if he's aberrant, celestial element, fey, fiend, or an undead. If not, I'm just seeing if he's a human or not, essentially.
Good.
And do I detect anything?
He seems to be human.
Okay.
What about the girl?
She seems to be human as... You sense a subtle fiendish presence from the girl.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not very good there. I think he's summoned some sort of devil into her.
As you say that,
We're gonna have an exorcism.
the nobleman will rush forward and reach out and grab your wrist and say, "Silence yourself." And the man will say, "What is within her has been there." Actually, it's not just... Let me clarify. Subtle fiendish, subtle celestial presence within the girl.
Mm-hmm.
What is within the girl has been there before I laid hands upon her. My deed has already been committed. The girl's parents, they are dead. Her path will be forged stronger. When the guard in the desert is unchained, you will all die or become stronger. There is only either option. The girl looks and
I have
says,
nothing to lose. I'm gonna cast
Go ahead.
invisibility. I'm just
Got
gonna
it.
walk into the room, being very stealthy. Where's my stealth set? Gel. Not the stealthiest, but not horrible. A couple
Not
cracks
too
on the
bad.
floor.
Not too bad.
And I'm at least going to put myself on the other side of the exit of the room. Trying not to touch that thing.
You got it.
Where is the exit part?
There seems to be a set of stairs that are caved in at the base of them.
Just in case. Just for the escape part.
The girl looks towards you all and says, should I trust him? Should I come to you?
Yes. Come here, little one.
She'll step gingerly. The sigil does not shock her. And she reaches out a hand to take your hands, Goldie.
Yeah. Goldie will kneel down and kind of just like pat her head and be like, "What's your name, little one?"
I'm Gillian. And Dad! And the man now steps past you, Goldie.
Mhm.
Do I sense any celestial or fiend from the father?
No. And he will now stand and say, "You are wrong, old man. You did not kill this girl's parents. You killed only my wife and my most loyal servant. And for that,
Plot
you, as he draws his sword, are going to die today. If you would like to, he is rolling into initiative.
I will cast Bless.
Bless.
Plot twist: the butler was the father.
Yeah. That's kind of the plot twist, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I get Bless out before combat starts, or no?
Sure.
Okay, I'll put Bless on myself, the veteran, and Lucy.
Oh, thank you.
Alrighty. Yeah,
Fine.
go ahead. Was
And
that
if
Victor?
I'm sorry.
No, just everyone else is getting into initiative, so I guess I'll do it too.
And Mark?
I just want to try and get, as we're rolling into initiative, I want to try and get the girl to start heading out the door and out of harm's way.
Okay.
Kind of sending her in the way of that officer out there.
Fantastic. In that case, on Father's turn, she will act. Gale, you were the first to act. What would you like to do?
can I? There's a way where you can just save her reaction, right?
Yeah, you can ready something, yeah.
Well, if he tries to run my way, I will cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, fantastic. And I will also allow you to let that spell go off if your turn's about to happen, and he doesn't move.
Okay.
If you would like to do that. Make sure you have the ability to do what you would like to in combat. Ready. Goldie, you're up. What are you going to do?
Alright, I'm gonna try and step through here first and flash this old guy a look and say, listen. Enough bloodshed's been had today. Why don't you come in peacefully with us and talk with the man in charge?
He will say,
I'm gonna cast suggestion.
okay. Suggesting to come peacefully. Perfect. Then this is a whiz save. What's your DC?
Yes. It's right on 13. That's a bummer.
I'm gonna say, it seems I've been sloppy. My work here is not done. One more must die today. And he points his staff towards you, but you can tell his gaze is affixed on the man behind you.
All right. I'm gonna step to the side. I got a hero.
Okay. Lucy, you're up.
I am going to subtly bonus action cast Shillelagh
Okay.
on my cane.
Okay.
And then I am going to, as my action, cast darkness on, like, centered on this, like, the end of the room, so that it comes out, on his half, but not ours.
So, like so?
Yeah. And I'm gonna just walk right in there very calmly.
Okay. Interesting. So he cannot see.
Nope.
Marcus calls out, says, "Fool! I cannot see where to strike!" And he's gonna
It's
move
fine.
forward to the edge of the darkness, attack readied for anything to step out of it. And the girl is gonna step back, and the Virgin officer there is gonna hold on to her. Your enemy is up. You can see in magical darkness. I imagine
Yes,
Gale
I can.
cannot. So Gale, you are
I
now
don't think
just
so, no.
in the black. Can't see what's going on.
Nope.
Orphan
I'm
Maker
gonna rely on my hearing.
is going to move, and you can hear his footsteps. So if you would
Yep.
like to let off the dissonant whispers, you can. John?
I guess whispers are like, a
It's
sound.
a saving
so-
throw. Yeah.
Listen in whispers.
The whisper. So, okay, right. Why not? Let's go for it.
That's a fail.
Aha!
Nice.
On a failed
Nice.
save, move as far away that speed allows from you.
Wait, why is it a fail? The save was 12.
No, he
and
fails. He
was
fails.
DC 13.
So he's
Oh, he fails.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Oh, I make him run away from me? That's not the smartest. I shouldn't have done that.
No, not at all.
it's all right.
Sorry.
It's going to trigger an attack of
Learning
opportunity
my spells.
from
Sorry.
Lucy
Yes.
and from
Yes,
you
it
as
will.
well, Gale. But you have to roll at disadvantage because you cannot see at all.
And triggered
Yeah.
the held action.
Yes,
So here's a
indeed.
quick question. When I use my reaction for an attack of opportunity, could it be with Booming Blade? Or does it have to be
No.
a normal swing?
normal swing.
Okay. Alright, then normal swing it is.
10 is not a
Man.
hit. And
Oh, I get advantage because he
of the
doesn't see me.
darkness. Okay, go for it. Roll again. Take the damage on the first one. That's a hit for 5. And Gale, did you want to try and blindly swing out, or do you not have a weapon? You don't have a weapon.
I'm gonna go for it. Why not?
Go
But
for it.
I'm gonna try using my meta magic. So use 2 of my sorcery points, which is exactly what I have, to cast Chaos Bolt. But how do I cast a
Wait,
disadvantage?
hold on. So when you cast like
I
No, 'cause-
that's not going to work on a reaction. You'd only be able to use a weapon.
yeah.
When you cast a spell that
Yeah.
has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus. Oh, bonus action.
Yeah,
not
but
reaction.
attacks,
Talking about
attacks of
Okay.
opportunities have to be physical.
So you're just
Right.
he's just
Attack
stepping
of
away and going,
opportunity,
bah.
physical. So disadvantage. Crossbow. Go.
Cool. Miss. All right. He steps into the ready to attack, which is greatsword. 17 hits, plus a divine smite on top of that. 24. And this guy now needs to what's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's his movement away. Okie dokie. And then he's going to stop. The effect concluded, and turn towards.
Lucy, you do have bless. Just no, that's for attacks, right?
Yeah, for the attack, yeah.
He's going to turn towards Marcus Castgrove, and he's going to cast a spell with his action. Oh, right. Does this use action? No, it's reaction. So he uses a reaction with Dissonant Whispers. The held action. He still gets his turn. He is going to cast Lightning Bolt. Directly at Marcus, which also happens to hit you, Gale. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As it blasts into the sphere of darkness and you can feel the electricity coming towards you, you can try and move out of the way. That is just under a save. You are unconscious as you take 22 points.
Yes. Lucy will yell, "Friendly fire! Friendly fire!"
Alrighty. At initiative
That's
count
not turned out well for me.
2. Lars, you are up.
Finally, I will step in to block the doorway. And I will swing out with my great sword. And hopefully.
No! No! You know what? We've got a guy in here that has got a lot of experience. So Marcus is going to call out, "You can do better than that." Reroll the attack.
Oh my god.
That
14.
That will hit.
Okay, and I will
I'll take the 10 points.
And I will smite on that.
He is bloodied. And that is 3 mighty smite points.
Wow.
Gale, roll me a death saving throw on your turn. Success. Nothing to worry about. Goldie, you're up. What are you going to do?
Remind me again, when casting a spell as an action, can I use like my bardic inspiration as a bonus action?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then she is going to say, she'll say, "You have done enough harm here today, and you will do no more to this girl or her family." And as she says this, it just kind of like everyone in the room is just like a little overwhelmed by like her presence and her conviction. And I'm going to use Mantle of Inspiration.
What?
So everyone gains 5 temporary hit points who can see me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, you can use your reaction to move to disengage.
Disengage?
Fortunately, that does not apply to me because I can't see anything.
Because you can't see, yeah. So
Fun.
mainly for Lars and Marcus, but I don't think either of them really want to disengage.
It just says they get to do their movement. They don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going in.
Perfect. Yeah.
Use up your move speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's super good.
So I am also going to move in right here.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
And then I will cast Dissonant Whispers as she says that to this guy.
Okay. Let's get it again. He's gonna
Ooh,
save
no.
against that one, only taking 4 points. Goldie, you're up. No, that was just Goldie. Lucy, you're up.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and drop concentration on darkness because my initial plan wasn't. I didn't think it through. It's fine. Lucy's not a fighter. They're a lover. So Lucy is just like, all right, you just that, and try to bonk him on the head with their cane.
As the darkness fades, you just see Gale unconscious on the stairs. Like, I imagine, like, an arm kind of up over the banister so you can see him.
Lucy was like, oh, sorry, Boo Boo, I'll get you later. And
Attack?
will attack.
Holy! You whack Orphan
Nice.
Maker on the back of the head and he gives a ah.
Well, there we go. So 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, that should have been Booming Blade. Oh well, whatever.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's fine.
Marcus
And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
will swing his greatsword, dealing 16 points. And then he's, I'm gonna say, gonna hold the second of his attacks. No, he's not gonna do any such thing. As much as I like to spotlight players getting awesome moments, this character will wait for nothing and is going to strike down this man with an overhead. And as the blade comes down through the top of Orphan Maker's head, his body splits in twain, but as it falls apart, you watch as it melts into a white goo that pools on the
Yeah.
floor.
Ew. Lucy, like, gets out of the way.
And with that, we are out of immediate combat. And I would ask any of you who are casters to roll an Arcana check regarding what just
Okay.
happened.
Wait, question. I know that Lars just tried to heal me a little bit. I'm not conscious, right?
Roll
No.
the check. You'll be able to get it when you wake up. And
Yeah,
Lars
so
is
I-
healing.
Well, I just wanted.
Go ahead, Tevis.
Yeah, I gave you 5 HP, so you're a little bit more robust than just 1. Oh, yeah, that checks out.
Alrighty. Lucy, you are aware of the existence of a powerful spell known as Simulacrum, which allows the creation of a copy of the self,
Oh, this is not good.
which you just destroyed.
Yeah, this is not good at all. Where's ooh, not okay. Not okay. What's our boss's name again? Lion
Commissioner. Oh yes. Where do we have my my notes? Commissioner Lionel is his name.
Yeah, Lionel, Commissioner Lionel. Immediately Lucy, upon realizing what just happened, what this is, Lucy just kind of like, nope. Lionel, Commissioner Lionel, nope. This is well above our pay grade. This is not okay. Not okay. And just like kind of like it's going around, just like no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this today. I haven't gotten a spa in a month. I haven't had my daily physical activities. I haven't had a manicure in God knows how long. No. Just freaking out, just like no, not gonna deal with a simulacrum. No.
Perfect. As Lucy leaves the room, the father immediately makes his way towards his daughter and puts his arms around her and says, "You're safe. A little flower, nothing's going to happen to you. This man is gone."
He's so tense, but he's trying to be loving.
Okay.
He looks
Does
up.
anyone want to do an Arcana check on the circle?
certainly may. I would even just simply note for you, Gael, is it seems to have been a kind of stasis situation with a bit of a lightning magic infused in it. Basically a lightning cage of sorts, but the magic seems to be fading away. So I'll just go ahead and give you that right off. Father and the girl will make their way out of this building. She'll say, "Daddy, what happened to Mom?" She says, "What happens? Well, what happens to all when evil things get involved? It's just you and I now." And then he'll stop before stepping outside of the building to turn and say, "You've all done a great service today. To the Virgin Empire. To goodness." Leave.
Ew.
The officer will say, "What, not a fan of paladins?"
No, it's just, I help the forces of good. Ugh. Alright, whatever. Let's get out of here. I need a drink.
"Don't worry, you've all done your fair share. I'll take on the lion's share of the paperwork, and you can just fill out your individual reports."
The lion share. That was funny.
At this
Gael's
point,
gonna walk up to Lars and be like, "Oh, Larsy boy, I know you liked me. You wouldn't let me die. Thank you for putting your hands on me."
You know, while the ability is lay on hands, it's not quite like that.
I don't know what you did while I was unconscious, but I do give you, what's it called, consent.
So we are going for a drink?
Yeah,
Lars,
sure.
behave.
as you make your way, the investigator steps in, says, "Well, if I don't say, Chief Inspectorial job done well. Thank you very well, my
I'm just gonna kind of shoulder check him and as my way out the door.
I knew that you'd do the bruising part very well."
This guy.
Alrighty. And with that, you make your way out. And you can resolve, albeit ill things still took place, this second case. And please bring yourselves to level 4 for our next time,
Oh, wow. Okay.
as we will be jumping forward in time another hunk of a week.
I hope we had leveled up from that. We just fought a simulacrum. Like, the power required to just make one well above our pay grade.
And you can all take 50 gold in payment for another completed case. Congratulations.
All right.
Rich.
And we will continue your efforts, your escapades, your investigations next week. Thank you all for being here. See you all soon.
Thank you.
All right.